SII 12 News at 6 starts right now.
First at 6, tracking troops. Democratic-led cities are bracing for the president's planned National Guard deployment, while police groups in our state are also requesting federal assistance.
There's lots of school districts across the state that are losing student population.
As a Triad district faces declining student enrollment, what we know about the plans to consolidate one elementary school and when you can give feedback this week. Plus, the Carolina Classic Fair is underway. We take a look at the admission specials taking place and the discount days you don't want to miss. Good morning. Thank you all so much for waking up with us on this Sunday Fun Day. I'm Adrianna Hargrove, joined by meteorologist Dylan Hudler. Dylan, yes, you came back from vacation. I hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you so much, Adrianna.
You're very welcome.
I missed work a little bit. When you love what you do, you miss work a little bit. So I'm glad to be back. Glad to have a nice forecast to pass
Hopefully
along.
You're bringing some good weather with us, too.
I did. Apparently, I brought the nice weather up to the northeast, and now I brought it back with me.
All right.
It's sticking around. A good amount of sunshine the next couple of days. Yesterday, of course, was just a beautiful start to the weekend. Mostly sunny skies, warm, dry. Today should be a continuation of that. I do expect a few more high clouds streaming overhead today than maybe compared to what we saw yesterday, but that's really our only sensible weather impact. Just a few passing clouds, and when that's all we have to mention in the forecast, you know, it's a pretty good day. High pressure still in control, and this is a big ridge of high pressure, not only at the surface, but also aloft up in the atmosphere. So that's keeping the Carolinas mainly dry. We have a few showers along coastal South Carolina, thanks to some onshore flow, but that's the closest the wet weather will get to us. Mainly just a few high clouds streaming overhead today and also into tomorrow as well. A cool start out there, maybe not quite as chilly as yesterday thanks to the clouds overhead, but we've got some 40s out west and low 50s here in the Triad. So another day where you want a light jacket on your way to church or maybe Sunday brunch. We'll warm through the 70s and make it into the upper 70s later this afternoon. Should feel very similar to yesterday, nice and warm with a little southeasterly breeze at times and a mix of sun and clouds. Despite the clouds, we stay dry today. It should be a nice finish to the weekend. Monday looks nice as well, and we should be dry the next couple of days before rain chances return with a cold front for the middle of the week. We'll talk more about those rain chances and the changes that arrive behind that front coming up in just a bit.
Dylan, thank you. 6:02 now. Taking a live look over Washington, D.C. this morning, the government shutdown will drag into next week at the least. Now, the Senate voted down Democratic and Republican plans to end the shutdown for the fourth time on Friday. Speaker Mike Johnson has canceled all votes for the House for the next week, with no plans to return to Washington until October 14th. Republican leaders maintain that they won't negotiate and that Democrats must accept the GOP's short-term bill. But Democrats say they won't give their votes for nothing after the bill was written without their input. Now, our state is still waiting on a budget, and it could still be several weeks before any deals are reached in Raleigh. Now, it was due July 1st, but the House and Senate haven't come to any agreements yet. Recently, lawmakers have been pushing for what's described as mini budgets. Now, these are meant to address specific needs, such as storm relief, as negotiations continue. While some committee meetings are scheduled, both the House and Senate are in recess until Monday, October 20th. Now, because the General Assembly has yet to agree on a funding package, North Carolina Medicaid patients face a threat of reduced access to services. Bethany Cates spoke with the owner of an assisted living facility in Winston-Salem, who says this decision is now raising concerns and impacting the residents she takes care of every day.
Very sick to my stomach. I'm honestly nervous just thinking about it.
Whitney Shore, owner and operator of Tranquility Care in Winston-Salem, says this new implementation of a reduction in medical funds puts her in a pinch to provide essentials on a day-to-day basis.
It puts small businesses like myself at risk of closing their doors and having to find placement for the people that live here.
According to the North Carolina Medicaid Division of Health Benefits, as of October 1st, all personal care services will now take an 8% decrease in Medicaid reimbursements. And these cuts are happening because the General Assembly has yet to agree on a funding package.
With what it is currently, it helps me with payroll, my weekly food orders. I may have to lay some people off because I won't be able to make payroll.
Shore says Medicaid funding is so essential because many of her residents are already living on fixed incomes, and the services they receive daily require quality care.
Residents that reside here, they're low income anyways, and so even with their low income, they still have somewhere nice and stable to stay.
She says she's sent various emails to lawmakers and even all the way up to the White House. And if she had a few minutes with those making the decisions, she would have one simple ask.
Just to come and spend just 4 hours at my facility. Let me show you who I take care of, who they are, that they're more than just their diagnosis.
And Shore says while the future of funding is unknown, she'll continue to show up and do what she does best.
So I don't want to give them anything to worry about, because regardless, I'm going to do what I have to make sure they're taken care of.
As we continue to follow Winston-Salem-Forsyth County Schools' ongoing budget crisis, district leaders will discuss plans to consolidate Cook Elementary in Winston-Salem. Now, the district says staff recommended Cook be consolidated to another area elementary school due to its age, low enrollment, and the cost to replace it. The district will be hosting 2 information sessions on the proposal this week. Now, all of these will take place on Tuesday. A virtual meeting is happening at noon. You can register on the district's website to join. Then another information session is happening at the Paisley Magnet School Auditorium in Winston-Salem at 6 p.m. The community is invited to ask questions about the process and provide feedback. Then next Tuesday, October 14th, the Board of Education will hold a public hearing before it considers this decision. The public is also invited to speak during this time. Now, our Kelly Kendall explains why district enrollment is at its lowest level in years and how it plays into the district's finances.
You've heard repeatedly that one reason Winston-Salem-Forsyth County Schools is facing such a massive budget crisis is its failure to adjust its finances to the fact it has fewer students. But taking a step back, why does the district have fewer students? For the first time in years, student enrollment dipped below 50,000 this school year. That's still a lot of kids, but there are factors pulling numbers down.
We look at fertility or the births, we look at migration patterns, and then we also look at educational market share.
Those are the biggest pieces of the student enrollment puzzle, according to demography researcher Nathan Dollar. He says for more than a decade, the annual number of births in Forsyth County has steadily declined. For example, there were about 700 fewer births in 2023 than there were in 2008. Over time, that means fewer and fewer kids starting kindergarten 5 years later. But while births have declined, there has been an increase elsewhere since 2020.
Forsyth County's added about 15,537 new residents, according to the latest estimates from the Census Bureau. 90% of that was due to net migration, or more people moving in the county than moving out.
More residents could mean more school children, but Dollar says you have to consider which schools. Since 2020, private schools have added about 1,400 students to their classrooms. Dollar says they're not the only ones. Charter and homeschooling have also increased, and when you add it all up...
Since 2020, for instance, the percentage change in the market share for Winston-Salem-Forsyth schools has decreased by 4.2%.
But with all of these factors, Dollar says Winston-Salem-Forsyth County Schools is not unique.
There's lots of school districts across the state that are losing student population for all of those reasons.
Student numbers are important because they determine how much funding the state gives Winston-Salem-Forsyth County Schools. So where are those numbers headed? Dollar says changes in national trends are making it harder to tell, but he does expect things like the recent expansion of North Carolina's private school voucher program to have a continued impact across the entire state. In studio, I'm Kelly Kendall for WXII 12 News.
All right, Kelly, thank you. Now, the district has announced Dr. Don Phipps will soon take over as the new superintendent. Phipps is the current superintendent of Caldwell County Schools and will begin his new role on December 1st. Now, our team got to speak with Dr. Phipps about his plans for the district. You can hear what he had to say right now on the WXII 12 News YouTube page. It is free to subscribe. Right now, our nation's animal shelters are facing an overcrowding crisis to help as many pets as possible find loving homes. Animal shelters across the country and here at home are taking part in Empty the Shelters. The national adoption event runs until October 15th. Guilford County Animal Services in Greensboro is taking part in the campaign, offering families an opportunity to adopt a pet at a reduced fee. Still ahead, up next this morning here on WXII 12 News, new rules for food and nutrition services, the nationwide changes coming to SNAP benefits, and how North Carolinians can continue to meet them.
The citizens in this town loved her, and they came out and they showed out.
Plus, back in business, how one downtown Triad restaurant is celebrating serving the community again after being forced to close up shop.
Hidden perks at Costco, secret travel deals, discounted gift cards to insanely cheap insurance benefits. Rawson reports counting down the top 5 bonuses you're missing. Before your next Costco run, you need to see this.
From Yadkinville to Thomasville, WXII 12 has you covered. Keep up with your local news team across the Triad. Follow Adrianna Hargrove on social media.
Welcome back, everyone. After 21 years of serving the Triad, Sixth and Vine in downtown Winston-Salem will soon close its doors. The owners shared online that the restaurant will be closing on October 19th. They didn't say why they were closing, but thanked the community for their support over the years. Sixth and Vine is the latest restaurant to close its doors after Sweet Potatoes and Miss Okra's Kitchen closed earlier this year. Now, after closing abruptly earlier this year, Simply Sonia's restaurant and lounge is welcoming back guests. We got a sneak peek into the new space. Our Kara Peters spoke with the owners about why they had to close and what customers now can expect.
As the saying goes, when one door closes,
We didn't fall down, we fell up. Have you seen this place?
another one opens. Simply Sonia's lounge and restaurant is now back in business with a new location in Winston-Salem. Owner Sonia Collier held a comedy show Friday and ribbon-cutting ceremony Saturday to celebrate the momentous occasion. During Saturday's event, attendees had a chance to sample the menu, hear some good music, and even share a few laughs with Sonia's husband, renowned actor and comedian Michael Collier.
It's called Simply Sonia's. If you don't know about it, you need to get out the mustard and catch up, because we doing it over here.
Simply Sonia's is no stranger to Winston-Salem. The restaurant first opened on South Main Street, then moved to University Parkway for several years. It recently was located on Peters Creek Parkway before the owners were forced to close without legal notice in April and vacate the premises within 48 hours. Despite these challenges, the Colliers did not lose hope, only taking 5 months to land here at their new location on North Point Boulevard, crediting resilience, faith, and loyalty from the community.
The citizens in this town loved her, and they came out and they showed out. And the people who believed in her showed up. And they gave her storage, and they helped her move things, and they brought money, and they brought love.
Awesome story there. Now, that was Kara Peters reporting. Simply Sonia's is open Tuesdays through Sundays on North Point Boulevard. Looking ahead, Whataburger is continuing its expansion into the Triad. The Texas chain's latest restaurant opens tomorrow in Winston-Salem on Harvey Street. Doors open at 9 a.m. And we're told the first 100 customers will get a free Whataburger swag bag plus a free breakfast item. The Carolina Classic Fair is officially underway at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds. Now, there are several promotion days to take advantage of this year's fair. It's school day at the fair, and you can get in for free by bringing 3 school supplies. Then Tuesday is Senior Day. Admission is $2, and it's free to get in for anyone 55 and up. Wednesday is Canned Food Day. 5 non-perishable food items will get you in the door. Thursday is Military and College Day. You could get free admission for service members and $5 for college students. This is a reminder that the fair has a new clear bag policy in effect this year. You can learn more about the fair's new policy and code of conduct right now on our website at WXII12.com. Awesome. Yeah, I want me some funnel cakes, some deep fried Oreos. Nowadays, I go to the fair for the food.
Yeah. No, that's what it's turned into.
Yeah.
As we've gotten older.
Stuff in my face.
Yes, exactly. Candy apples, all the smells. Oh,
I know, right?
It's so nice. And what a great time of year, too.
Yeah.
The weather's starting to change.
The crispy air that I always look forward to every fall, you know?
The crispy air, especially if you're headed out to the fair early on. Mornings and evenings have been cool recently, and that looks to continue. So if you're headed out to the fair, maybe to end your weekend today, or you've got a little extra free time Monday, Tuesday, things looking really nice. Warm, mainly dry, good sunshine those days, but keep in mind if you plan to stay out after the sun goes down a little later into the evening, of course you might want a light jacket or maybe a sweatshirt because nights will be cool, but otherwise we're looking mainly dry. The next chance of rain will come during the middle of the week, so maybe avoid the fair next Wednesday, but otherwise great fair weather the next couple of days. Yesterday was a great one, mid to upper 70s across the area. What a beautiful, comfortable start to the weekend. Today should be very, very similar. We're cool, even chilly in some spots this morning, especially north and west. There are 40s on the map for the mountains, parts of the foothills. Here in the Triad, we have some high clouds overhead, so that's limited how far our temperatures can drop a bit. We're in the low 50s mainly for the Triad. Still, I think, worthy of a light jacket on your way to church or maybe Sunday brunch. But later this afternoon, you certainly won't need it. Upper 70s, very comfortable later today, right around where we were yesterday for a high temperature. I do expect a few more clouds passing overhead from time to time. We'll call it partly cloudy today. Still think there's a good amount of sunshine mixed in there, but you will notice some clouds overhead at times. Upper 70s for the foothills too after a chilly start. In the mountains, make it into the upper 60s to near 70 later on this afternoon with a light southeasterly breeze. Yesterday we had college football. Today the Panthers are back at home hosting the Dolphins at 1 o'clock this afternoon. I don't know what the Panthers did last time they played at home, but hopefully they can keep that going and get another win today. It looks like a good afternoon for football there in Charlotte. Upper 70s to start, and then right around 80 for a high temperature later. And maybe you're headed to Charlotte for a different reason, not the Panthers game, but the NASCAR race at Charlotte Motor Speedway. They've got the Roval down there today, the oval track plus the road course. Crazy stuff happening, but if you're headed down there at Charlotte Motor Speedway, weather looks good, warm, and most importantly, a dry day for racing down there in Charlotte. If you're headed to the NASCAR race, early this week looking dry too. High pressure still in control, so that should shove all of the wet weather to our south and west initially. But you see, by the middle of the week, high pressure moves east and allows a cold front to pass through. I expect some scattered showers and maybe an isolated thunderstorm on Wednesday. That's our next and really only chance of rain this week. So Wednesday looking a little unsettled, but before and after we should be dry. It's warm, comfortable early on for Monday and Tuesday to get the work week started. A few scattered showers, maybe that isolated storm chance for Wednesday. We could use a little bit of wet weather, so that's okay. And then behind the front, we dry out later this week, and temperatures and humidity take a little bit of a tumble. It'll feel more like fall heading into the upcoming weekend with highs in the 60s and 70s by Thursday and Friday. So that fall-like air does look to return later on this week. As far as the tropics go, just one area we're watching, and it's way out there in the eastern Atlantic. This could become our next tropical depression or tropical storm later this week as it works its way through the central Atlantic. But most models show whatever develops from that turning out to sea. So I don't expect that to be a threat to the United States. Really nice and mainly dry, near 80 the next couple of days. That next rain chance is Wednesday, then feeling more like fall later this week.
All right, Dylan, thank you. Coming up, the Buffalo Bills are hoping to keep their undefeated season alive as they take on the New England Patriots tonight. We have a preview of the Week 5 matchup up next. Plus, App State football back in Boone this weekend, facing off against Oregon State. We'll have a full recap from The Rock still ahead after the break. 6:25 now, an AFC East showdown takes place tonight. The New England Patriots are facing off against the Buffalo Bills. The Football Night in America team joins us now with a preview.
Week 5 of Sunday Night Football, we've got the Bills, we've got the Patriots. The Bills, an undefeated team. There's only 2 left, them and the Eagles. What's impressed you most about Buffalo so far this season?
They're finding ways to win. They're winning different ways. New Orleans went up there and gave them a game for a little while, and conversely, New England probably had their best win of the year. So I'm still betting on Buffalo, but it could be a little interesting.
Yeah, after having 5 turnovers the week before, the Patriots got well against Carolina. Listen, we're going to be there for Football Night in America. It'll start at 7 Eastern. We can't wait to see you there.
All right, exciting stuff. We start this Sunday morning with a live look over the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds. The Carolina Classic Fair continues. I expect a few more clouds today for Sunday, but we should stay dry. We'll have a look at what the rest of the day may hold and take a look to next week as well, coming up.
From Dobson to Danbury, WXII 12 News has you covered. Keep up with your local weather team across the Triad. Follow meteorologist Dylan Hudler on social media. You're watching WXII 12 News.
We are seconds away from 6:30 on this Sunday morning. Thank you all so much for waking up with us and staying with us. Dylan, you came back from vacation, so you just left all of us down here, huh?
Well, Excuse me. I mean, everybody's got to take a little time off here and there.
Understandable.
You've had your fair share as well.
That's true. That's true.
I was thinking about you up there.
Aww.
I was eating some good seafood.
Yes.
I was
Love seafood.
I know. We can always bond over that.
Of course.
Yeah, it was really nice up there in New England.
Yeah.
I'm glad the hurricane didn't bother y'all too bad down here
goodness.
while I was gone.
Thank goodness. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, dodged a bullet with that one, and thankfully not looking at any more tropical impacts here over the next 7 to 10 days. Our weather's fairly quiet. We'll have a cold front move through in our future, maybe bring us a little rain by the middle of the week, but otherwise things are fairly quiet. Let me knock on wood. We know how that goes here in the weather department when we say the Q word. But yes, today looking nice. We'll have some high clouds passing overhead. The closest wet weather is down in coastal South Carolina. That's about as close as it'll get today. High pressure still in control, and that should keep us nice and pleasant and dry today and to start our new work week tomorrow and into Tuesday. Another chilly start out there. Some folks cooler than others. Of course, 40s for the mountains and foothills, mainly low 50s here in the Piedmont Triad. You'll definitely want a light jacket on your way to church or maybe Sunday brunch this morning, but we should warm up pretty quickly through the 70s into the upper 70s this afternoon with a mix of sun and clouds, a little southeasterly breeze at times. I do think there'll be a few more clouds overhead today than maybe what we saw yesterday, but still some good periods of sunshine mixed in there, and regardless, we are all dry today. Should be a nice end to the weekend. Good weather for football, the NASCAR race in Charlotte. But those rain chances, as I mentioned, do return with a cold front midweek. We'll talk more about your odds of getting rain later on down the road and the changes that come behind that cold front as well here in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Dylan, for that. Now, the National Guard has been requested in Charlotte. The Charlotte-Mecklenburg Fraternal Order of Police formally requested federal law enforcement assistance in a letter. Now, they described the situation in the Queen City as a violent and staffing crisis. The letter warns that if staffing does not significantly improve, officers will continue to seek employment with agencies that recognize and respect their service, dedication, and well-being. And now this comes as a federal judge in Oregon has temporarily blocked the Trump administration from deploying the National Guard in Portland. Now the administration is focused on sending federal troops to Chicago. John Lawrence reports.
Tensions are swirling around the Windy City. On Friday, the same day Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem made a visit to the Immigration and Customs Enforcement facility near Chicago,
You are going to be placed under arrest.
Chicago alderperson Jesse Fuentes was taken into custody by ICE agents at an area hospital while demanding to see a warrant for an injured man.
This is not the first incident, you all. What ICE is doing is exercising violence, physical violence on the people of Chicago.
Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson called Fuentes' detainment a, quote, attempt to stoke fear and intimidation. She was later released, but a Homeland Security statement said nearly 30 protesters had tried to break into the area where the detainee was being treated. And Chicago isn't the only city the Trump administration is focusing on.
The president has directed Secretary Hegseth to provide all necessary troops to protect war-ravaged Portland and any ICE facilities under siege from attack by Antifa and other left-wing domestic terrorists.
President Donald Trump is also considering an end to providing financial assistance to Oregon's largest city.
He has directed his team here at the White House to begin reviewing aid that can potentially be cut in Portland. We will not fund states that allow anarchy. There will also be an additional surge of federal resources to Portland immediately.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
6:34 now. As the government shutdown continues, active duty service members must carry out their assigned duties with their pay delayed until the shutdown is over. Certain on-base services can be closed or limited on bases as well. Now, this can put a big strain on many military families, such as the Blevins. They're a one-income household who just moved back to Jacksonville, North Carolina, after being stationed in California. Alicia Blevins, a Marine wife and Army veteran herself, says it can be a struggle to watch her husband continue to work during a climate like this.
It means a lot of different things for a lot of different people, but to me it means you're messing with mine and my husband's livelihood. More so my husband's than mine because that is his paycheck, but it still helps take care of us.
Now, Blevins also says that during the last shutdown, her family had to deplete savings to buy groceries. The government shutdown is expected to be felt right here in the Piedmont Triad also. Many federal workers in our area aren't being paid, leading to ripple effects. Now, according to 2024 data from the State Commerce Department, there are more than 7,000 federal workers in the Piedmont Triad. Now those workers' paychecks may be disrupted. Eric Aft with Second Harvest Food Bank says this can make it harder for those workers to afford things like groceries and meals.
People may not realize in a shutdown is members of our military are immediately impacted. You know, they are working without pay as of today. So, you know, again, how are they going to go to the grocery store? They can't say, well, I'll get my pay when the shutdown ends. They need to pay today. So those options may not be there for them, and they're going to have to turn to folks like us.
Now, Aft says programs designed for low-income families, women, and children could all see disruptions. Plus, SNAP benefits are changing for millions across the country. And for Forsyth County, people who receive benefits may qualify for free job training opportunities. Our Sarah Sowers shares what are in these new requirements and how people can continue to meet them.
So we're just trying to get ready on our end and make sure our community that we serve is aware that the changes are coming.
It's a waiting game for thousands across the Triad who rely on food and nutrition services as eligibility and work requirements are expected to change.
So the way these changes may start taking effect is it may not impact everybody all at once, because it's going to kind of depend on when they implement it and when your certification comes around, or if you apply whenever you actually apply for food and nutrition benefits.
Previously, anyone between the age of 18 and 54 were eligible, given they met requirements, or they were a veteran, have children under 18, pregnant, or disclosed a disability. Now, the age range includes adults up to age 64, but no longer includes exceptions for veterans, people who have aged out of foster care, or the homeless. Families with children under 14 would remain eligible.
From looking at the policy, it could be where less people may be eligible, but we definitely want people to still make sure they're applying for the benefits so that we can walk them through the process.
More Than a Job NC is a statewide resource offering employment and education options for SNAP-eligible people hoping to maintain their benefits under new requirements. In Forsyth County, partnerships with Goodwill, Second Harvest Food Bank, and Forsyth Tech are making a difference.
People are literally finishing their classes and going straight to work. It is enabling parents to be able to maintain their households and take care of their children. It's allowing children to see their parents doing bigger and better than they've ever done before.
Now, that was Sarah Sowers reporting. Forsyth County Social Services tells us they are waiting for guidance about when these changes could take effect. Now, you could find a full list of food and nutrition resources on our website, WXII12.com. In Commitment 2025 news, 2 Triad cities are holding primaries for their municipal elections this week. In Asheboro, 4 mayoral candidates are running, but only 2 will advance to the November election. As for City Council, 4 seats are up for grabs. 14 candidates are running. However, only the top 8 will move on to November. In Greensboro, Mayor Nancy Vaughn is not seeking re-election. 4 candidates are looking to take her seat, but only 2 will advance to November. 10 candidates are also hoping to land one of the 6 available city council seats. Now, we invite you to scan the QR code on your screen right there to see our online voter guide. It has everything from key dates, voter registration information, and how to find your polling place. 6:39, Ozempic and Wegovy are coming to a Costco near you. The company that makes weight loss drugs announced it will be selling the prescription injectable pens at the warehouse chain's pharmacies. A 4-week supply of the weight loss drug will cost nearly $500 out of pocket. For members who have insurance, the price will depend on their plan. Now to a new Rawson reports. A Costco membership comes with a ton of benefits, even ones you may not realize. Jeff Rawson has the list, and there are some really good ones.
Costco hidden perks that'll save you hundreds, even thousands a year. Here are my top 5, counting them down. Number 5, home and auto insurance. Yeah, Costco does insurance, who knew? They partner with American Family Insurance through a program called Connect, and it's usually much cheaper than regular insurance companies, like a lot cheaper. You even get free roadside assistance and glass repair. A buddy of mine just switched over, saved $500 a year just like that. Number 4, Costco Travel. It's basically a full-service travel agency. They do everything. Cruises, hotels, car rentals, vacation packages, often at huge discounts. And if you're an executive member, you actually get 2% back on top of that. Number 3, executive membership rewards. Speaking of 2% back, you get 2% back on most purchases up to $1,250 a year. And if you spend about $3,000 at Costco, the upgrade pays for itself. Plus, a new perk Costco just added, $10 in Instacart credit every month if you order through their site. That's $120 a year of free money. Who doesn't love that? Number 2, electronics benefits. Buy a TV or laptop here and you get free tech support for the life of the product the whole time. Plus, Costco automatically gives you an extra year on the warranty. No upsell, no charge. That alone can save you big. And now to number 1, my favorite hidden perk at Costco, the gift card hack. Costco sells discounted gift cards, Uber Eats, DoorDash, movie theaters, restaurants, you name it. Pay $80, get a $100 gift card. That's free money just sitting on the shelf. Back to you.
Stay updated on breaking news, severe weather, and top stories. Subscribe to the WXII 12 News YouTube channel and stay connected